Hi, welcome to the lecture video of Mask RCNN represented by Tejas GK. So in this short lecture video, we'll try to learn what is this mask region-based convolution neural network, what is its uses and how it works. So basically, in layman terms, it is used to identify objects or classification of the objects in the image and also for the purpose of instance segmentation. The word instance segmentation refers to how the shape of our object is there in our image. For example, a box in the picture occupies a square shape. Similarly, if we are trying to identify whether the object in the picture is a cat or dog, along with the object recognition, we'll also try to depict what part of the picture is the dog occupying in the pixel level. So before jumping directly into the working of mask region based convolution neural network, we'll try to study how the iterative models and how subsequently we'll reach to these models through its precursors. What is the basis, how it started, and then finally reach to mask R based CNN. So the first basic model is RCNN. The name stands for region-based convolution neural network, and the name is given as region-based because it shares a common trait of object identification along with other models. So basically, in broad classification, this RNN follows two stages. One stage is called region proposal and one stage is called object classification. So you can see the short description. In the region proposal network, first our model generates a set of regions that are likely to have our objects. So these are actually a bounding boxes around which our objects be contained in that image. So this region proposal network is the first step followed by pooling of these regions. So all the proposed regions is cropped from the image and resized to the fixed size. This process is known as region of interest pooling. So this process ensures that there is consistency in each of the cropped images with the fixed feature map size. And the third step in here is feature extraction. Here we are sending our images or the region of interest pooled regions to pre-trained CNN model from which the fourth step follows, that is object classification and bounding box regression. Here, after the object classification, along with the object classification step, there is a regression mechanism to correctly check whether our model encompassed our object correctly through a series of regression steps. Regression is nothing but a loop which is ran over multiple times so to improve the accuracy. So this is the basic flow of RCNN, region-based convolution neural network. After which one more model came which has certain improvements, that is fast RCNN. In fast RCNN, the notable difference is such a way that we are embedding the region proposal step directly into the model. In previous model RCNN, there was separate network and or an external method to generate this. Whereas here, since we are embedding into the directly into the model, there will be time saving and also there will be computational load decreases. So this also improves the overall efficiency of the model. And the single stage training and inference process also contributes to the faster training and overall better performance. However, uh, although it's fast, there is still room for improvement. So that's where our Mascar CNN comes into picture along with a new capability called instance segmentation. So as previously explained, instance segmentation along with the object detection we are trying to depict pixel wise of where our object is located in our picture. So as you can see in this current example, the dog and the cat were identified through the object detection. Along with that, the borders are also recognized along with the shape. So you can see the red and green are the dogs and the blue is the cat, and you can clearly see the picture or the pixel wise segmentation of each of these. So let's have a look of how this actually works. Basically, this mask RCNN was founded or proposed in 2017 by scientist called Kaming He. It is almost similar to faster RCNN, except there is another layer to predict segmentation. First of all, the state of region proposal generation is same in both architecture, which works parallel in prediction of class generation along with bounding box. And it also outputs a binary mask for each region of interest. The key takeaway is the output of binary mask. So let's have a brief look at the architecture. It has four. Those are backbone network, region proposal network, mask representation, and region of interest align. So coming to the backbone network, it basically follows RSNet architecture, and there were few modifications done to this architecture through which it follows a multi-layer region of interest generation by following a pyramid network. So here you can see the pyramid network is nothing but in each layer it increases the feature map number of feature maps, whereas the feature map size is reduced. So here in layer 1 to layer 4, you can observe that to generate the final feature map, we use an approach top bottom pathway. That means we start with the top feature map that has the and we have worked to the bigger ones. Here we use upscale operations during the process. And also before sampling, we also apply 1 cross 1 convolution to bring down the number of channels to 256. All the outputs of the convolution layer then creates the final four feature maps P2, P3, P4 and P5, and the fifth feature map P6 is generated from max pooling of operation of from P5. So next structure is region proposal network. Here you can see that it is generated from the previously layer of the convolution layer of 3 cross 3. So now the output is then passed to two parallel branches to determine the objectness score and regress the bounding box coordinates. Here the object probability score is calculated along with the box coordinates. So this is a regression step in which there is iteration happening to accurately predict the object probability, detection probability, and the coordinates. Next, we have this mask representation. Mask representation is nothing but we have a spatial information contained about the object in terms of the mask layer. Unlike classification and bounding box regression layers, we do not collapse the output to fully connected layer to improvise, since it requires pixel to pixel correspondence from the above layer. So usually here mask RCNN usually uses a fully connected network to predict the mask. So this convolution network takes region of interest as an input and outputs M cross M mask as a representation. We also upscale this mask for inference of input image and reduce the channels to 256 using 1 cross 1 convolution. So basically we follow this pixel to pixel correspondence to generate this mask layer, and this mask layer as suggested we upscale it and do a convolution, right? And the final step is region of interest align. So region of interest align is also has the same motive as region of interest pool to generate fixed size regions of interest from region proposals. So here you can see the steps of how it works, and the picture clearly depicts how it will try to sample and of equal sizes and try to depict. So to summarize, it actually built on two-stage architecture of faster RCNN. It basically an additional branch to predict segmentation for the detected objects. So the key innovation lies in introduction of the third branch, the mask branch, which operates in parallel with the existing region proposal and classification branches. So after region proposals are generated by the region proposal network, so the mask branch is responsible for predicting the binary mask for each proposed region, outlining the exact pixel level boundaries of the object, and this allows Mascar CNN not only to identify and classify objects but also to give a detailed segmentation of mask of each instance. And so the final output will be a bounding boxes, class labels to which the class it belongs to, and also the pixel level masks of each detected object. Coming next, we have learned how the Mascar-CNN works. Now we'll also go to the advantages. So here we can get a precise instance segmentation. Here we can actually figure it out or point out how our object looks like or the what shapes it takes in our image. And it's versatile in nature, meaning it can handle multiple tasks. And we also have this region proposal network which works in the background as a second step to ensure this model works perfectly. And we have the flexible architecture and state-of-the-art performance results were achieved by using this mass CNN. Disadvantage lies in increasing the computational intensity as each branch has its own computations to make. Along with that, it also affects more regarding the hardware requirements. We usually go for additional computing resources like CPU, GPUs, etc. And there also comes challenges regarding data annotation. Data annotation basically means tagging the data, and we also can't use this where there is less latency. In the sense, if there is an application where there should be no latency involved, we can't use this model. So these are the advantages, and the applications basically to point out is human pose estimation, self-driving cars, drone image mapping. So basically, it's a overall good model to basically identify objects and also for instance segmentation. And with this, I conclude this short lecture. Hope this improved our knowledge on mask CNN. Thank you for watching the video.